Welcome back, everyone. So today's explainer, it's kind of going to take everything we think we know about artificial intelligence and just flip it entirely on its head. We interact with AI every single day, right? The intelligent chatbots, image generators, clever recommendation algorithms. But what happens when we rip that AI out of our phones and literally drop it into a massive steel refinery or a nuclear power facility? That's what we're getting into today. Let's dive right into this dramatic, super high-stakes shift from everyday digital AI to the physical world of industrial operations.
Here's our quick roadmap for today. We'll start with beyond everyday artificial intelligence, then defining industrial AI. From there, we'll open up the industrial technology toolkit, look at solving real-world problems, and finally, forecast the future of factories. All right, let's get right to it.
First up, beyond everyday artificial intelligence.
So look, we all know general AI. If your favorite chatbot hallucinates a book title or makes a weird typo, it's honestly kind of funny. You just correct it, refresh, and move on. But ask yourself this. What happens if an AI controlling a nuclear reactor makes a mistake? Or, say, an AI managing the massive electrical grid that powers your entire city? The stakes instantly go from a minor digital annoyance to catastrophic physical hazards. We are talking about severe equipment damage, environmental disasters, or, worst of all, human injury. A simple wrong guess is absolutely 100% not an option here.
And that massive shift in stakes brings us to Section 2, defining industrial AI.
Because of those terrifying stakes we just talked about, industrial AI has to be a completely specialized discipline. Just compare the two for a second. General AI, it really just wants automation. Industrial AI, on the other hand, demands safe, reliable operations above literally everything else. General AI lives comfortably up in a digital cloud, while industrial AI is down there interacting aggressively with heavy, visible machinery. And honestly, my favorite difference here is the decision speed. A chatbot can easily tolerate a 3-second delay while it thinks. But a robotic arm on an assembly line? It operates in milliseconds. It literally cannot afford the latency of waiting to decide how to avoid a collision. It needs to know right now. And because of these physical laws and strict functional safety limits, a black box AI, where it gives an answer but can't really show its work, is completely useless in this setting. Industrial engineers demand absolute explainability. They have to know exactly why a system made a specific decision. They need to guarantee continuous, fail-safe operation 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There is zero room for mystery on a factory floor. Which leads us to Section 3, the Industrial Technology Toolkit.
So, how do engineers actually pull this off safely? Well, first up is essentially an industrial superpower, the digital twin. It is exactly what it sounds like, a continuously updated virtual replica of a physical machine, a specific process, or, get this, even an entire factory. And it's all driven by real-world data. It basically allows engineers to push production limits or intentionally trigger virtual failures safely, all before they ever risk touching the actual multi-million-dollar machinery out there on the floor. It's like a sandbox for heavy industry. Now take that concept and combine it with Edge AI. Remember that robotic arm we mentioned earlier making millisecond collision decisions? Right. Sending its data all the way to a cloud server and waiting for it to come back introduces a hugely dangerous delay. Edge AI completely solves this by processing that enormous amount of data right there on the factory floor, on the actual machine itself. The result? You get lightning-fast decisions and rock-solid reliability with zero waiting on the cloud.
And hey, generative AI definitely does have a place here too, but notice its very specific role. We're talking about things like summarizing maintenance reports, generating operating procedures, explaining weird equipment alarms, or instantly searching through massive technical documentation. But crucially, what is it not doing? It is not making autonomous control decisions. In the industrial world, generative models are basically brilliant assistants operating under strict human oversight, not the ones running the actual show.
Let's jump to Section 4, solving real-world problems. Industries today are facing a perfect storm of really massive, complex challenges. We're talking rising energy costs, strict carbon emission goals, and a severe shortage of skilled workers. Traditional automation just can't keep up anymore, which completely changes the game for things like maintenance. The old way? It was incredibly reactive. You essentially just crossed your fingers, waited for a machine to break, and then scrambled to fix it. Today, predictive maintenance uses AI and real-time sensors to tell you exactly when a component is going to fail before it actually happens. You schedule a fix before the break, slashing expensive downtime and, honestly, saving an absolute fortune. And it gets even more powerful. Instead of a human doing manual spot checks, continuous computer vision relentlessly inspects every single product from microscopic cracks or assembly errors, ensuring completely flawless quality control. At the exact same time, AI is driving massive energy optimization. By constantly analyzing power consumption against production schedules, factories can slash their energy use and hit their sustainability goals without sacrificing a single drop of productivity. It's a total win-win.
Finally, Section 5, the future of factories. As we push deeper into the fourth industrial revolution, we're looking ahead at highly autonomous, self-optimizing ecosystems. But let's ground our enthusiasm for just a second. The challenges ahead are undeniably steep. Deploying these systems means wrestling with messy data quality issues, severe cybersecurity risks, and somehow integrating bleeding-edge AI with decades-old legacy equipment. Overcoming all of this isn't just a tech problem, right? It requires deep, active collaboration between engineers, AI specialists, and security teams to actually make it work safely. Which brings us to the real core philosophy of modern industrial AI, enhancing human expertise with AI. This collaborative approach is known as human-centered industrial AI. It is absolutely not about replacing humans. Humans retain the strategic planning, they retain the safety supervision, and they retain the ethical oversight. The AI, it simply acts as an incredibly powerful assistant, handling those massive, high-speed sensor data loads that our human brains just aren't really wired for.
So I want to leave you with this final, somewhat provocative thought. As our critical infrastructure and factories become fully autonomous and self-optimizing, will the most important industrial skill of the future simply be knowing how to collaborate with machines? It's a fascinating question, and one that proves our human-AI partnership is absolutely the key to engineering the future. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer today, everyone. Keep exploring, keep learning, and I'll catch you next time.